It still makes me laugh. My little zip tie job was enough to get us home. Very thankful for that. But today we take out all of the O2A stuff. And I'm not exactly thrilled about having to pull out the box again because it's a pain to unbolt the exhaust, move the heat shield, fight with the box, get it out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like kind of annoying, like inconvenient to do. But it's coming out, and we're putting in something much, much cooler, much, much stronger. I'm trying to build like a bulletproof shift linkage and shift box. That way, this kind of nonsense never happens again. So we're taking mine from an O2A setup to a full O2J setup, which is gonna be so much better. So yesterday I started looking around for a Mark IV shifter setup for my car. I'm having a little bit of trouble at first, and I thought, what's the best place to look for Mark IV stuff? Well, a Mark IV page is the best place to look for Mark IV stuff. So I went to Burn the Mark IVs, and lo and behold, tons of stuff that I needed. I found a guy who was selling an O2J transmission and full setup. I don't need the trans, but he had the shift linkage on all the rest of like conjoining pieces to the transmission. I asked him if he'd be willing to part with them, and he said make me an offer, so I did. And we came to an agreement, so I'm getting all of that. And the best part about that is I'm getting the shift box, the tower, the linkage, and he already has the Sigma Diesel Geek short shift kit like John has in his Cabrio already on that piece. So I'm getting all of that for a great, great price. The only thing that I would still need, I don't necessarily need it, but if you want to put an O2J in a Mark III, you have to modify your tower, like your little tunnel here, and the box a little bit to get it to fit. I hear it's not that big a deal to do, so I can either do that or I can get all the Polo box stuff like the Polo from Europe. That shifter box fits right into a Mark III, no modification needed, it fits right in, but that's more money. It's like $200 or so extra dollars because it's the Polo box, the base plate, I think it's a sensor and one other piece. 4 things you need to swap everything from the O2J box to the Polo box, make it a direct fit, or I can just modify the box. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go just yet. I hear it's not too hard to do, but then it's nice to have a direct fit. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, already ready to go. On the way, I have an O2J box, shift linkage, tower, and Diesel Geek short shift kit. So this thing should be feeling super, super nice once it's all running again. I'm really hyped on this little like shifter build we're doing right now because one, it's gonna feel so nice on that side. Like when I shifted John's car, it's like clicks in so nice. And two, it's gonna look so awesome. If you see, I'll put a picture right here. It just looks like mean. Like I love how it looks. So I'm really excited for that. And then a couple other future mining plans. This will be made into a 2.9 clone and then probably ported and also polished by the same guy who polished my shift knob. And then I have these Mark IV exhaust manifolds here. I'll probably have those ported and polished on the inside as well. Just some more power to those. And then we'll be putting the 262s back in the car and matching with a chip from Ian. So chip, cams, ported, and 2.9 clone. With all the Diesel Geek stuff and the new Mark IV shifter, this thing is going to be so much fun. It's already so much fun now, but like once it's to be, oh, I cannot wait. And then I also want to do a new intake because I don't like how the filter looks or how this arm looks. So I'll either like a nice metal one that's like painted black that matches this, or like a polished one. I don't quite know just yet, but something a little bit different. I've also thought about doing the actual air intake over here with the full like box, like plexiglass around it to make this vent like super functional. I mean, it already is because the air is there, it's right to that. But I feel like if I do a box and the intake's like right here, it's never pouring, like it doesn't pour it all the time. I'm sucking water like straight in, which probably isn't that very good. So I don't really mind it being right there, but I do want a nicer intake arm. I think I've slacked enough. I probably get started on pulling this box out. I really just don't want to. Like I just have no motivation to pull it out. I need to get it out of there, but like I just actually, before we do that, we got one more thing to do. Just a good cold start. Because, you know, why not? Oh, yeah. And it doesn't get old. It never gets old. I don't think I will ever get tired of a VR6 sound. It's just too good. I just can't get over it. It's just too good. I love it. Okay, now that I've made the exhaust actually hot and probably now not good for me, let's get started. Probably a bad idea, but it was worth it. First things first, we'll pull off the shift linkage from the tower. So 1 and 2. We'll pull off our 2 clips holding the linkage to the bracket, and then later on we'll pull the tower actually out of the transmission. With that first stuff done, up next to my absolute favorite part, which is crawling underneath the car, fight with the exhaust, pull the heat shield down, fight with the box. I really needed a lift. If I had a lift, it'd be a lot easier. I think the fact that I have to like jack the car, crawl underneath it is why it's kind of annoying. If I had a lift, someone wants to donate a lift to me, that'd be lovely. When I go to Germany, at some point I want to try and get a garage that's big enough to have a lift in because that would be ideal. All right, she's up. We've got our jack stands in. We got to crawl way back over there. let the fun begin. Also, while I'm here, a lot of people ask me how far the Mark IV oil pan sat down. To give you an idea, it sits exactly level with your subframe. So subframe is literally right there, almost exactly even, actually a little bit higher. So if you're static, that might be an issue for you, but my car's in air, so I ride decently high off the ground, so Mark IV pan is not an issue. I also have the 0.5 yellow BFI mount in the car as well, which brought it up a little bit, so it's probably higher than where like stock mounts would be, to give you an idea. Give it. What are you stuck on? Give it. Come here. Out you go. And she is out. Thank goodness. Alright, let's inspect. So you can see over here on the bottom pan that I've already pulled off, the little clip there, it's got one of the sides, you can see there, one of the sides is, this side over here is bent, which is enough, wasn't much, but enough that the rod here was able to slide off of that pin and make me have to do all this zip tying nonsense. The bushing here also fell off. The bushing actually looks to be okay, so ideally I could just put this bushing back on the rod there and put the pin, or get a new pin and put it back in, and this is probably all good to go. So if you would like, obviously mine's the zip ties, I mean this entire thing is rebuilt, so all the bushings and stuff are brand new. Minus this thing, this was an old pin, I didn't have any replacement for that, and this was an OEM, this was a new, was this new? I think this is new as well. I think the bushing's new. So all you really need is a new, stronger cotter pin that won't bend. I don't even know sure how that bent, but that got bent somehow. So you need a new cotter pin, and this should be fine. I mean, everything in here is rebuilt. Good to go. So if you are looking for an O2A shift tower and linkage, I have one, because yes, this is an easy fix. I could just fix it and put it back in the car. I did all this work pulling it out. It is now time to upgrade to something better, which is what I'm doing. So if you want this one though, let me know, I'll sell it to you. All you'll need is one new like cotter pin for the bottom down there to hold that shift linkage, to hold this one here into this, and I think you're good to go. I think my tower on my transmission is bad though, which is why I couldn't find reverse, but I think this is also fine. So if you want this, let me know, because I no longer will need it. So honestly, this is actually a really easy fix. Just put the bushing back in, get yourself a stronger cotter pin that won't bend, put it back to the hole, and you're pretty much set, ready to go. But I've already done all this work to pull it out, and it's already annoyed me and do all that zip tie nonsense, so this one is going away. So if you want this, it's perfectly fine once you get a new cotter pin, really good to go. Have it for your swap if you need it, there you go. Message me, we can get out of here. We're going O2J, bigger and better stuff. I'm gonna call it a night for now, it's getting kind of late. Tomorrow we will pull off the O2A shift tower there. I'm not exactly sure how to pull it off, so I'm gonna do a little bit of research, but it should be too hard. And I wanna inspect it and see why, no matter what we tried, no matter how we adjusted everything, I still couldn't get my gears in the right spot. I still had all the gears, but I couldn't get them in the right spot for whatever reason. So I wanted to inspect this tower and see if maybe it was bad, maybe the spring's bad, something's off with this tower, something's off with something. So hopefully the full O2J setup will fix all my shifting problems. And we are back. Let's go ahead and finish this O2A removal. All we need to do now is pull out the tower and we're done. I also have mail time. I got a box, I'm not sure who it's from. This is from Portland, Oregon, and I don't remember ordering from there, but it's covered in Tektronix tuning stickers. I'm not really sure what this is. In other news, yesterday I had mentioned I had found a full O2J kit that I'm gonna get, plus the Diesel Geek Sigma 5 short shifter. The guy can't ship it out till either Friday of this week or Saturday, which means I won't have it till sometime next week, which means the car will not be driving this weekend, unfortunately. But it's smarter if I just wait patiently and do it properly, because I could drive the car today if I wanted to. I can fix that shifter, put it back in the car, and we're good to go. But I don't want to do that and then have to put everything back in the car and take it back out. It's just way too much to do, so it's better if I just wait patiently until all my new stuff comes in. But aside from that, while the car is still down, we can fix little things here and there. It's not the biggest deal, it's just one weekend, we'll all survive. Alright, we're gonna do this right here, right in the engine bay. Now, the only thing I had recently but Brian was sending me a a hood latch actually, that I haven't got yet, but this is from Portland, and Brian's not in Portland, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. How do I get inside this box? Oh, that was easy. Maybe not. Excuse me, thank you. What is this? Is it a hood latch? Might be a hood latch. And stickers. Is it a hood latch? I don't know. Lots of stickers though. This is exciting. These are from Wanderlust. This is from Waterworks. This is from CH Tuning. Who's this from? Is this from Brian? Is it a hood latch? It is a hood latch. So, Brian, Brian, you live in Portland? I didn't live in Portland. I thoroughly appreciate the hood latch. I put one on the car already, it's fixed, but I appreciate this one. Now I have 3. Now I have a good one on the car and 2 backups, which is very nice because as you saw before, hood latches can just randomly go bad. So this is good. This will go in my stash. Thank you, Brian. Looking at the tower here, it looks like there's a 13mm on the front at the base right here and one also on the back right there. For everything I've read, it's just take those 2 off and then it should come out. You might have to hit with a hammer slightly at the base to crack it free, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Once that's out, all of my O2A stuff is out. Got our first 2 bolts here, both 13s out of the top side of the tower. Let me just tell you, I don't know what they're torqued to, but those are like 2 of the most ridiculously tight bolts I've ever fought with my entire life. And they're kind of awkward to get to, so you have to use like a wrench to get to them, but like, took a little while. So there's 2 on top, and going to the bottom down here, we're actually gonna be pulling off this thing right here, this cool little VW logo. That comes off too. So once those 2 are off and 2 on top, it should come right out. I was gonna pull off that bottom Volkswagen little logo piece there because you need to pull it off and pull the shift tower out, but I'm not quite sure and I can't find a definitive answer. I'm pretty positive there's training fluid behind that because it's sealed in and you're supposed to heat it up and smack it out with a hammer. But I really don't feel like having training fluid go everywhere right now, and I'm pretty sure it's what's behind it. So we'll leave that for right now. I'm still in no rush because my stuff won't be here until next week. It's not the biggest deal. That can just stay for now, and the car can just be as is until next week or next weekend sometime when we'll do the new O2J install. This weekend, I'm here Friday. I'm in Jacksonville pretty much all day Saturday, so probably no vlog Saturday, unless you guys want to see wedding stuff like that. I can film stuff that's up to you guys. And then Sunday, the car will still be down. I guess maybe Sunday we can put the cams back in the car. I'll see if Greg's available Sunday. Maybe we'll do the cams on the car Sunday, because the car obviously still runs. I can't move it, but the car still runs. So maybe cams back in on Sunday, and the following weekend O2J shifter swap, and then by that next weekend the car is running and running really, really good. Like I said, the Mark IV cams aren't made for the Mark III manifold. It runs good, but it can run a lot better. So maybe cams this weekend and then shifter stuff next weekend. That'd be sick. And they'll have Miley running like super proper because she's close, but she has a few fine-tuning things here and there, and should be where I want her. But it's fun for now, and the car still starts. I want to start the car up tonight because right now it's open header, well, open down pump, I guess, but it's like 9:45. People will probably hate me, so probably like Friday or Sunday, maybe even Saturday, I want to start the car up with the open down pipe and see how loud it is. I'm sure it's going to be obnoxious, but gotta do it at least once. Either way, don't forget, be thankful for every single day. I will see you guys this weekend. Peace.